Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. Welcome back to PM in the AM, a comedy podcast for listeners of all ages. The show that contains the kind of humor to make you laugh out loud no matter where you're listening. Each week we take a deep dive into some of the craziest questions, debates, purchasable items, and news stories found on the internet. My name is Porter McNeely, and I am joined by co host Blake Bushman as we strive to bring you a half hour of humor. Blake, how's it going tonight?
Fantastic. I gotta say, I'm pretty excited for this episode. We're bringing back an old segment that we haven't done in a while. I think it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, I'm really excited as well. It's really fun. We're doing the not so elementary education segment, which is very similar to Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Except we bring in the sixth grade, so we bring in that extra year.
Totally different. Totally different.
Yeah, not copyrighted. We've got a whole nother year of curriculum, a whole nother year of concepts that we're going to be going
Of
over. So
making a
that's
fool out of ourselves. Yeah, that's it.
yeah, more likely than not, that's actually what's going to happen. It's a really fun segment, so you're going to want to stay tuned. That will be coming up later in the show. But we do want to announce before we get into some pet peeves that we're going to be talking about here in the first segment that we do have a giveaway that is live, Blake. So if you want to win a PM in the AM t-shirt, they look pretty sweet. We got them in black and sky blue. Head over to our Instagram at PM in the AM podcast, and all you have to do is be following us and share one of our reels to your story. Tag us in that before April 27th at noon, and you will be entered to win. So hopefully you guys can take advantage of that. We did have one winner from last week, which is Caitlin Young, my sister. So congrats to her for winning a t-shirt.
What is this? Some family? What is nepotism?
Well, actually, no. I mean, when you're the only one to enter, you you automatically win. So that was the case last week,
Yeah.
and I need to apologize, Blake, for slacking on the socials. I forgot to do the post until a couple days after the fact. So.
I think it was also pretty just confusing, and we want to make sure that everybody knows this. It can be any reel. I think people were waiting for like a giveaway reel to share, but this is any reel that we've ever posted. Go through, find your favorite one, and just throw that up on your story. Tag us, whatever. Make sure we see it so that we know that you're trying to enter. If we see you do that, even if you know about the giveaway or not, we'll put you in for a chance to win a t-shirt. So yeah, do it, because I mean, obviously the competition isn't too tough. So
yeah, but that was some great clarification, Blake. Something I hadn't even thought of. So I'm glad you reminded the listeners of that. But yeah, so this week we are going to get right into the listener submitted question of the week. And Mama Bushman has a fantastic question for us, Blake. She wants to know about some of the more pressing pet peeves that we have. And I think it was at perfect timing because the last couple of weeks I've been kind of thinking of some, writing them down, storing them, because I know at some point we're going to need to have some hot topic debates on the podcast. And so I couldn't help but think of one, Blake, that I have been noticing now more than ever. And that is like, at like a Costco or Sam's Club, when you're on your way out after you've bought, a bunch of items, why is there the most common thing where everybody just stops like walking and they have to waddle at -5 miles per hour?
I kid you not. We did not talk about this before we started recording. This was something that neither of us knew was going to happen. I wrote down 2 pet peeves that I had thought of, and you just covered both of them in one
No
go.
chance.
I kid you not. The first one I had was people walking slow. I can't stand it. If you're old, just step off to the side. All right, you're a menace. And then the second one was people standing in the middle of aisles at grocery stores. They just stand there. They're looking for the kind of salsa that they want, and they are right in everybody's way, and they could not be bothered to step out of the way. They're standing here. They got their cart in front of them, blocking the whole aisle. Just a nightmare. So I can't believe that what you had covered the both of them. And this must mean that this is a serious epidemic in. Yeah, maybe it's just where we live. I believe that it's worldwide, because this is unbelievable.
Oh, absolutely. But I mean, you have to agree with me. I would assume if we both have the same grocery store headaches, you check out at Costco, you're trying to walk out the door, and there's they kind of have a funnel, so you kind of have to like funnel your way
Mhm.
out, and then they're going to check your receipt to make sure you're not stealing anything. But as soon as you get through the checkout line, you have to walk in the smallest steps possible. You have to walk so slow. It's like nobody has anywhere to be and everybody blocks the entire way. So it takes like 10 minutes to get out of there for no reason. And that is an extreme pet peeve of mine. So if you go to these big box stores, you better watch out because I am running over your ankles. I am taking out feet and
Dude, a
I am going to
shopping
get
cart
out
to
of
the
that
ankle
store.
is no joke. That's tough.
Exactly.
I have a question, and maybe this was just something to create jobs in America, and if so, that's great. But the person who checks receipts when you're leaving stores, how important are they? Not once have they ever like sorted through everything that I have. Because let's say I'm at Costco, I'm gonna have a shopping cart just loaded full. It's gonna have a lifetime supply of everything a human could ever need for survival. And they're not going through all that. I could flash a
No.
receipt and they'd just be on their way. But even then, it's like, okay, they have a receipt, whatever. I'm assuming that the cashier scanned it all. But if I'm at Walmart, I'd go through self checkout. I throw everything into a bag. They'll never know. I not once have gotten stopped at a Walmart and asked for them to see my receipt. I feel like it was just, if it was something to create jobs, that's fantastic. I'm glad that person has a job. But their job is the most useless thing ever.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, unless I think they're more so trained to look and see if you've got like a laptop in the cart, they're going to be looking for the laptop on the receipt, the more expensive items. But I agree.
I
I
think
don't
they're
think
just
one.
like just profiling people and just picking out
Oh,
the sketchiest people out of the pack and going through their stuff. Maybe I just
actually,
look really trustworthy. Have you ever gotten stopped for
I haven't. I mean, they've always, scanned the receipt. But what I'm saying is potentially they want to have you in line so they can see if somebody's like shaking or somebody's like making like twitchy movements or something, and so they can maybe check on that person's receipt if somebody's not looking sketchy, not just appearance but they're just acting sketchy. That's probably when they're going to go after you. But also, I mean, I've never seen anybody ever get pulled aside. I've never seen anything like that happen at Costco or Sam's Club, so
I, I
it's
want to
just got to
get
be a charity
I want
job.
to have the biggest security guard ever have that job, and I want him to take it. So he's patting people down every time. He's like, "You got a laptop stuffed in your hoodie, sir." Just, I want to have to walk through like
It's like TSA.
full on TSA to get out of the guard. If they're that worried about it, all right, let's actually lay down the law. But if not, I mean, just put that guy to stack some shelves or something, you know.
Man, we gotta wait for the day when Blake opens the store. Welcome to Blake's Big Box Store, where on the way
Oh.
out, you gotta take your shoes off, you gotta put your laptops in a separate pocket, and go through the metal detector and get the full
Yeah,
pat down. So,
we're not gonna have bags. We're gonna have bins. All right, everything in its own bin, and
loss
then
prevention will be at an all-time high at Blake's Big Box Store. There
I'll
is
tell
gonna
you
be an
what.
absolute zero tolerance policy on theft. But I mean, stores might have to kind of switch to that now that the old receipt or receipt receipt
The risky.
Sharpie method is going out of style. So yeah, I would have to say the fact that everybody just moseys around after they buy their stuff, just go. I want to see you taking some big paces. I want to see you get out of that store quick. Big pet peeve
Do
of
we need
mine.
to do we need to blame Costco for this? Like, because you're right, there is a funnel, and it's so that
Hmm.
they can all go towards the useless person checking receipts. But I feel like if they just opened up like 8 more doors along the side and just really let the cattle roam free,
Oh
like
yeah,
that would free up so many problems. And then guess what? You can hire 18 more useless people to sit there and monitor the doors. But it would make shopping there a much more enjoyable experience. So
and
I
and you
think
know
we
what
just
I'm
solved
thinking
it.
is they need to hire the local police department to bring in one of those speed limit things, where they put it up in your neighborhood and you drive past it and you realize the speed limit is 15 miles per hour lower than you've normally been doing, so you feel bad and you start to slow down. They need to bring one of those in as a reverse psychology method to Costco that shows that you need to be walking, a good brisk 3-4 miles an hour. I don't know actually what fast walking is, but that sounds
Seems
about right.
about right.
Maybe
Yeah.
5 miles an hour. They
Oh,
need to have
that's
that.
quick. Yeah.
And if you're below, they're going to be like, hey, pal, we got to have you walk a little
Hey,
bit faster. If you want to go get your hot dog, you're going to have to pull all the way out of traffic to go get your hot dog. And so I want to see less congestion on the way out of there. I'm a big traffic hater.
yeah, they need to get, instead of speed limit, there needs to be minimum speed signs, and then just
Yeah.
have security pulling people out of it. Hey, you come here. All right, I'm going to need you to pick up the pace a little bit.
They write you a ticket. They're
Yeah,
like, next
let's get
time.
a civil engineer to design the exit to a Costco. I mean, I want turn lanes, passing lanes. This would be just way better to society.
I agree, and I'm glad we didn't just bring our pet peeves onto the show, but we provided the hard
Mm,
solution.
mm.
We came up with answers, and I'm gonna need your answer for the next pet peeve that I have because I don't know what to do when I'm faced with these situations. But I don't know if this is annoying just to me or to many people, but I think it's really annoying when somebody around you is talking on their cell phone and in public on speakerphone.
Oh, that's, you just walk over and hang up.
Yeah,
You just because they have it out here fully exposed.
yeah.
You can just go over and hang up on them. You'd be
I
like,
mean,
sorry,
those
I
people.
wasn't enjoying that conversation, so I had to hang up.
I just want to remind you, sir, that you could put that to your ear and it would make the world a better place.
Yeah,
No, I really think.
if you don't want to go for the full hang up, you just turn it off of speaker from their phone.
No, I just think it's a little ridiculous. I guess they're really not worried about anything risky being said, but I mean, sometimes people are having weird conversations I don't want to be a part of. I just want to go to the grocery store, and get my stuff, or I just want to be at the gym. I don't want to hear what's going on in your personal life. You just throw your headphones in, throw your phone up to your ear, maybe get one of those dope Bluetooth pieces from like 2010. It has like a little microphone. Like that would be sweet, but just
what
I think speakerphone is reserved for private.
what's worse, the public conversation on the phone or playing their music like on a speaker super loud? Because I've had that happen too, where this person thought that their music was the best, and they were blasting that stuff. So
That
I don't know which one's
definitely can
worse.
be a problem. I agree. That's a terrible problem when it's not music that you desire to listen to. And even if it is, if it's blasting out of somebody's crappy speaker, it might not be enjoyable for the rest of the people around them. But Blake, I've got to kind of one up you here because today I actually walked past a guy, big speaker on his backpack, and he was blasting the radio. And so all of a sudden I walk past him and I hear it's like, mix 107.9 and doing like the whole radio ad. I'm like, dude,
It's
it's 2023. You cannot be listening to the radio, let alone how are you getting the radio on a Bluetooth speaker? I didn't even know that was possible because nobody listens to it anymore. I could not believe it.
they got it on a speaker, but they got the free version of Spotify. So every 3 songs, you
Ah.
get a break from the ads with Spotify.
Yeah, they don't even have like regular ads. They just have to pester you with their own ads because they ran out of ads and they just have to make you annoyed to actually buy the product. Which I mean, we are sponsored by Spotify. We love Spotify,
Oh yeah,
so
shout out to Spotify. If you want a break from the
I
ads, you
mean,
know where to go.
yeah. Yeah, too bad we don't have a code. Use code PM in the AM
Yeah.
for a break from the ads.
One day we'll get it. We'll get our a referral code for you guys. Until then, yeah. But listening to the radio is just as bad because then you also have the people too. So that's like a conversation,
Yeah.
the music, the ads, all wrapped into one just awful bundle. So I that's a special thing that you saw. You saw a magnificent creature out in the wild. That's a rare event.
I know, man. I almost wanted to just say, "Hey, pal, times are probably tough. If you need $10 a month, or if you want to log into my Spotify, let's do a deal." I would hate for you to have to listen to whatever commercials are still playing on the radio because I am sure they are absolutely awful.
What's an old person medicine? That's all they have. They have blood pressure medicine just on loop.
Blake, it's like family mortuaries would like to reach out to you concerning your loved ones. Make sure you have the best solution.
Yeah, they got blood pressure coffins.
I believe it's called a casket, Blake, unless you're a vampire, not a coffin.
What's the
Jeez.
difference between a coffin and a casket?
Caskets when a normal, respectable person dies, and a coffin is when a vampire or Dracula
Not me,
or
bro.
a monster dies.
I want a coffin. You kidding me? Coffins are way cooler than caskets. Tim, you're telling me right now for the first time, I didn't know there was a difference. I really thought that it was a coffin above ground, a casket below ground.
Is that real?
I don't know. That's what I thought.
If that's real, that's news to me because I have never heard that before. There are several words, where they mean one thing, but in different
Yeah.
circumstances it changes. If that's true, that's surprising.
But to you, a vampire could never be in a casket.
No, because that means he lived a respectable life where he wasn't trying to suck people's blood. And I just don't think that could
Oh,
happen.
there's lots of good vampires out there. Are you kidding me?
Mm,
Just
I'm not.
not, just not the ones with coffins. All the ones
I'm
with
not
caskets.
aware of those ones. Yeah, that's actually crazy that
Yeah, if anybody
you want
knows
a
the difference
coffin.
between a coffin and a casket, please let us know because we obviously do not know the difference. Our information relies on my logic, which usually doesn't pan out to be right, or vampires, which I don't think is correct either. So
Yeah, we
there is a difference. I just don't know what it is.
definitely gonna need to have a, nice coffin casket expert in on the show
Mm.
so that we can get the answers that we deserve. But I think we got to cut this segment here, Blake. It's been great debating some of our pet peeves and actually finding out that we have some common ground on the grocery store.
Yeah.
But we will be right back with Not So Elementary Education. These questions are outrageous. You guys are going to want to stay tuned to see which one of us looks more foolish. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we are back. We've got the Not So Elementary Education segment coming up, Blake. We've both been really excited scouring the internet to try to find maybe the toughest first through sixth grade questions possible. We've got it in a great format, Blake, and let's just go over it real quick, kind of the power ups and
Yeah.
different elements we have to this game.
Yeah, so if you remember, what we have done this segment once before, and it was a lot of fun. So basically, what it is, it's like Porter said earlier, it's kind of a spinoff of Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? So we each have questions from 1 through 6th grade, and we're going to have two subjects for each one that we're going to be able to choose from, and we just have to answer one of those questions to be able to go on to the next grade. If we don't feel confident in that, we do have two power ups. We have the first one as the transfer portal, where we can, if we chose history but we don't like that question, we can transfer to the other subject that was an option, and try to answer that question. Hopefully we can get it. The other power up is getting held back. So if we're not 100% confident in our answer, we have to say that we're going to use it and then give our best guess. But if we're wrong, we have another chance at it to guess and get it right to be able to keep going on. So those are the two power ups we have. Once we use them, they are gone, one time use only. So it should be a lot of fun. I'm excited about it and terrified. Let's make that clear.
All right, so I think since I won this last week's bracket, I don't know if it's gone official yet. If traffic or car trouble, I think car trouble won. Is one of those two.
I didn't see the end of it. When I looked, traffic was winning, but
Okay,
um, I don't know how close that was to being over. So
it was probably traffic on our last week's bracket, but we will post about that to make
yeah,
that official. So just saying that because I won,
yeah, you would have won either way,
I
so it doesn't make a
I am
difference.
going to yeah, I am going to ask you the questions first. Does that sound okay?
That's awful, but okay, yeah, let's
All
do
right.
it.
Welcome to first grade, Blake. All right, so your options are earth science or grammar for first grade question.
Dude, those could not be worse topics.
Let's go.
I don't want either of those. Grammar? If I miss a first grade grammar question, that's awful. So I'm gonna have to go with earth science and just hope for the best.
Right. In the northern hemisphere, summer ends in which month?
In the northern hemisphere, summer ends
Northern hemisphere.
in I mean I don't spring I feel like starts in April. So
I said summer.
summer ends in which month? Oh, I'm
Yeah.
glad I was thinking winter, so I'm glad you clarified that. I was definitely going winter. All right, so summer ends. I think that it ends in September technically. So I will say it's either August or September. It's like the 20th usually. Hmm. But I feel like, oh man, this is tough because to me, summer is June, July, August. But I feel like there is some weird thing where like the first day of summer is in the middle of June, and then the last day of summer technically is in the middle of September. Oh man, I can't miss the first grade question. All right, I'm gonna go with September.
That is correct.
Okay. Ooh, man,
Ding, ding, ding.
I was shaking in my boots that there was something about August in there. But
No,
all
good
right,
job. You did good. That was a hard one.
that's fantastic. That was awful, by the way. If that's first grade, this is gonna be rough.
I
All
will
right.
say some of mine are a little harder than last time, but they are from a real episode, so I'm
All
really
right.
excited. And I made sure not to pick any astronomy ones because I realized that you're
Dang
a
it.
planetarium, a living
I
planetarium.
shouldn't have made that so clear last time because I was really holding out for the fact that you were going to whip out some space stuff, and I would have been all over that, dude.
I literally deleted it because I was like, Blake did this so good last time. I'm taking all
Dang
these
it.
out.
That's the only stuff I know. Don't ask me more earth science. All right, we'll get into yours. Your first grade options are English and literature or history.
Oh man, first grade history sounds like it's going to be like a person that I gotta know, so I'll go with English and literature.
Okay. A story that is made up is part of what genre?
Fiction.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, I guess fantasy, but I didn't
Yeah,
know.
fiction and nonfiction is what I was going for.
Oh, okay,
So,
okay.
yeah, you got it.
Cool. Yeah, that was probably substantially easier than my first round question. So hopefully I'm graduating today. All right,
Oh,
Blake, that moves us along to second grade. And we are going to let you choose between U.S. geography and social studies.
oh man. I'm gonna go with U.S. geography. I feel pretty good about my geography skills.
All right, well, I hope you got the map down. Florida borders Georgia and what other state?
What's on the top? What's on the top of Florida? Or
I
does
mean,
it
I
go
wish I-
over to where is Georgia? Crap. Why are these questions so hard? Okay.
Hey, this is from the real show.
I feel like I Georgia is above Florida. I feel pretty confident in that. So I'm going to say the other one is either like Alabama or Louisiana, but I feel like Louisiana is further left. So I'm going to say Alabama.
That is correct.
All right.
Hey.
You made it.
You're really having to work through these first ones, but I mean,
Yeah,
you're getting right to it.
I mean, I should have double applied my deodorant because I'm sweating through my shirt right now. It's a good thing I'm
It's a
wearing
good thing
black.
he's wearing black. Yeah,
And
you're
this is
wearing
a
a gray
podcast.
shirt, and you just
Yeah,
that is a good point.
yeah, it's a podcast. Thanks for the video watchers, but the audio might be better this time. All right, your second grade questions are geography or history.
Man, I'm just nervous about you dropping one of those questions about some inventor or somebody, some U.S. president, and there's no shot I'm going to get that. But I'm feeling. That being said, I'm more confident in history, so let's go with history.
Okay, who is on the $20 bill?
I might make myself sound like an absolute idiot right here. I have no idea. Andrew Jackson.
That is correct.
Let's go. I was so nervous. I couldn't remember if he was on the 10 or the 20 right there, but it's too early to use a power up with this level of question.
yeah.
So I was either going to be out there and just be done with 2 power ups in my pocket or be moving on. So
Bonus
thank
question:
heavens.
Who is on the $10 bill, Porter?
So Abe's on the 5, my man Abe. Did they double down on George? Is what I can't remember if he's on the 1 and the 10.
I should have given you the 10. Apparently, I didn't know it would have been.
Who is on the 10? It's been so long since I've
There's
had a $10
I'll tell you,
bill.
there is a Broadway play about him.
Hamilton?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like that's up there somewhere, but it's been, buried in my mind.
To be honest, my initial question was the $10 bill, but I was like, if he's seen that, then it's way too easy. So I switched it to the 20 to try trick you up, but I guess it didn't work. So
I am so grateful you did not, because I would have got that wrong. I thought it was George
Dang it.
Washington.
All right, well, next
All
time.
right. Okay, Blake, moving along right along to third grade now. We have math or health.
I gotta go math. I can't do unless this is some long division nonsense, bro. I don't need a pen and paper, do I?
You don't. I mean,
All
this
right.
should be mental in my opinion.
I will go math.
What number divided by 6 equals 7?
56. 6 times 7 is 56. Wait, no. 7 times 7 is 49. 7 times 6 is 35. I was almost really dumb. 35 is my final answer. Wait, no, hold on. Oh, crap, dude. That's 7 times 5.
I can't believe that just happened.
I
I'll let you have another
I didn't
shot.
lock it in. I didn't
You
lock
didn't
it
lock
in.
it in. You didn't lock it in, but you made yourself sound like an absolute
Dude,
moron.
my let's hope my employer doesn't listen to this. I'm supposed to be an engineer. This is rough, dude.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe that. That was amazing.
Yeah,
He goes, it's
42.
49, 56, 35.
I went through
I'll give you
every option that you could think of,
and you still haven't got it right.
No, I haven't, because I'm an idiot. Okay, I'm it's in the 40s, right? Hold on. Dude, why is this so hard? 6 times 6 is 36. 7 times 7 is 49. Somewhere in between there.
This is crazy. This is the same one that
I am genuinely like drawing just an absolute like mind blank right now of what I'm sure that if I was listening to myself on a podcast, I would be screaming the answer and calling myself an idiot.
Okay, do you want to use a power up here? Or
There's no way, dude. This is embarrassing.
I can't believe this.
Can you repeat the question to me?
Yeah. What number divided by 6 equals 7?
What number divided by 6 equals 7? So I need to know 7 by 6, which for whatever reason I can't think of.
This is incredible. I've never seen a man so lost before. This is insane.
Am like, I can think of every other multiplication in my head right now. Do you want to change the question to be anything else? Holy crap. It's in the 40s. I feel pretty confident in that. Can it be 13 times 3? I can think of that pretty easily.
There's 0.01% of the population that knows the 13 times tables, because you only have to memorize up to 12.
It's
so
39.
That's bizarre.
I can tell you
I
that.
know. That's bizarre that you know that, but all right, you've got 10 seconds to either come up with the right answer or use a power up.
Dude, this is just flat out embarrassing that I cannot tell you what 6 times 7 is.
All right, are you using a power up?
It's 43.
Are you locking it?
Oh my gosh, dude. I don't know why this is so hard for me right now. Should I lock in 43?
I would not lock in 43 if I was you.
It doesn't sound right.
Okay. You had 7 times 5 right.
Yeah, I know that. That's 35. Why don't I just add 6 or add 7 onto that? That would make my life way. It's 42. I said 42, and you said that wasn't right.
You didn't say 42.
I did, because I said...
You said...
I said 42 is one of the things that you're like, well, you haven't said it yet. And so I erased 42 out of my head.
You did not say 42.
Play the tape.
I will. You never said it. You're going to hear this 42. Back. You said 48. No, you said 45, 56, and 49.
No.
Those were your 3 guesses.
I said 56, 35, and then 42 was my third guess.
Only time will tell, but that question would have taken me about 4 seconds to unravel because I have my multiplication tables
Dude,
on
I
lock.
I have every other question like multiplication table. I was hoping it was multiplication tables because I was like, oh, I got that on lockdown, and my brain went just numb. So that took way too long. That was embarrassing. Let's see. Let's just go ahead and end the show now. I don't want to keep going.
You're lucky you didn't lock because you were close to just blowing
Yeah.
that
To
one.
be fair, I was gonna lock in 42, and then you said I hadn't said the right answer. So replay the tape. It was there. We're moving
I'm
on.
excited to go back.
All right, your options are science or math.
Let's go with math. Let's see what we got.
All right. If I bought 7 dozen mangoes, how many mangoes would I have?
7 times 12. We talk a baker's dozen or a regular dozen?
This is you don't use baker's dozen for mangoes.
Okay, thank heavens, because I was like, if he changes it to baker's dozen, I just talked myself out of knowing the answer. So I am going to say 86 mangoes.
Locking it in.
Yes.
Eh.
No chance.
You just talked so much smack on me for not knowing the answer.
Is it 96?
Or-
84. 84. It's 84. Ah.
I have to give it to you because I took approximately 18 and a half minutes to do something way simpler.
Oh, man.
But the correct answer is, in fact, 84.
Oh, dang it. It's 96 by 8, 12 by 8. Dang.
Yeah. It's hard when
Man.
you're put on the spot, huh?
Yeah.
I want no talk from 6 times 7.
Why did I
Okay.
choose math after that? Why did I choose math? I should not have gone back to
Oh,
math
man.
there.
Thank
Dang.
you. That made me feel so much better. And now we can just play it off because when you're put on the spot, it's hard. All right.
I mean, I don't even know if that it was on the spot. I just could not remember that. That was tough. All right, so we've both had a little bit of a hiccup.
we'll
But-
we'll we'll curve the grade there and let us both pass through because that was rough.
We're going to pretend like third grade never happened, and let's go on into the fourth grade where we don't have any math on my end, so hopefully this helps. We have animal science or physical science, Blake.
I'm gonna take physical science. I don't know what animal science even is.
Okay. On the periodic table, which element is represented by the letters Na? Niacin,
Sodium.
Oh, I was going to give you 3 options because I thought it was hard. You got it. Oh, dang it.
Yes, sir.
You crushed that.
All right. Ooh, that made me feel a little bit better about 6
Gosh.
times 7. All
You
right.
got mojo back. I'm still feeling like a loser over here. Gosh, I'm stressing.
All right. Do you want geography or biology?
Whoa. I got to go
Fourth
geography here. I've done bad in biology.
All right. What is the capital city of Brazil?
Dang. Gosh. This sucks. There's no chance it's Rio. That would be too easy. I think it's. Why am I thinking this is. I'm not locking, I'm just walking through it. I
Yeah,
just
no,
want to
go
make
ahead.
that clear.
Go ahead.
There's like Caira or something.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know what you're trying to refer
Oh.
to.
Okay, so I'm guessing that is not the capital of Brazil. What are the other major cities? Is there like why did I think Florida? No, not Florida. I'm just, you know what?
The
I'm gonna
capital-
enter the transfer portal here
Okay.
because I don't even think with 2 guesses I stand a chance. So let's just switch over to the other subject.
Okay.
And
I will say, 4th grade is when I ramped up the difficulty.
crap.
Your 4th grade biology question is: how many teeth do adult humans have?
Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and say I'm gonna burn my second power up, and I'm gonna take 2 guesses here
Okay.
because they're gonna be 2 shots in the wild here. Dang. Is this 4th grade dentistry? This is like PhD level. Come on. Okay, so I was at the dentist, this week actually. And so sometimes when they're checking your teeth, they got another person in there and they shout out the number.
You trying to count your teeth right now?
I'm gonna guess after a quick tongue check. My first guess, I'm gonna say 22.
No. Porter is now counting his teeth with his tongue.
Okay,
Are you missing any
this
teeth,
is.
Porter?
I am not. I hope this doesn't
I
include
will say,
wisdom
I will
teeth.
give you a hint that I don't think it includes wisdom teeth, but your bottom row, I'm pretty sure, has more teeth than your top row. So you might want to add a few on to your total there.
Freak, man. But they line up so well. Is that just because a brace is good? And I'm about to lose here. Burn 2 power ups on one. And because you said that, I'm going to guess 26.
Oh, not quite. Not quite. The correct
There's
answer was
more?
32.
I cannot count. I was saying, yeah, I want to extend a challenge to everybody listening at home. Try to count your teeth with your tongue in like 10 seconds. It's really hard because they all just start blending together, at least for me. I thought I only
Yeah.
had the first time I counted, I had 11 on top, which
Yeah, I
doesn't
just
make
counted.
sense because it's symmetrical.
You're missing a couple teeth. It helps when you have all your teeth, I will say that.
This is hard when,
I just
number
counted
one, you can't do
I
math.
counted 14 on top. I don't know how many it is
Uh,
on bottom, but
so then you'd have to have 18 on the bottom.
that doesn't sound right.
This
There's
is
no
not
way.
this is not a math podcast, but all right, Blake, you got me. You still
Oh,
haven't answered. Oh, you answered the fourth grade, so you are officially the winner this week. But would you like to play the other rounds for fun?
you know what? Let's do it. Let's keep going.
All
I,
right,
I
all
think the
right.
people deserve to go all the way through.
Let's see if Blake can graduate at least. So move it on to fifth grade. You've got U.S. geography or literature.
Oh man, U.S. geography did well for me, and literature. I feel like you're going to be like, who wrote How to Kill a Mockingbird? And I don't know, Ernest Hemingway. Actually, I do know.
I think that's
So,
true. Yeah.
so I'm not going to go with literature. I'm going to go with geography. I'm trying to
All right, Blake.
graduate.
Which of the Great Lakes lies farthest east? I ramped it up right back at you.
Yeah, furthest east. Oh man, uh, Lake Ontario.
I hate this game. That's
Did I get it
correct.
right? Yes,
Yeah.
sir. I just figured it had a
Dang.
Canada name, so it had to be pretty
Yeah.
pretty far over.
That would have been my guess too because of the Canada name. I guess
Yeah.
that was a little easier than I thought, but dang it.
All right. Would you like to get your fifth grade question?
Oh, why not? Embarrass myself more.
This
I've
this
missed
one
3 grades in a
this
row.
one I did craft especially for you. Well, I guess it depends on if you choose that one.
Mm.
So I'll let you choose between English and history.
You're going president of the United States for history for sure. I'm taking English.
All right. What do PM in the AM stand for when referring to time?
It's post meridian.
Okay, that's PM.
Is that correct?
Yeah,
Was that the whole question?
it was PM and AM.
Oh,
But
okay. Anti meridian.
all right, there you go. Oh, he doesn't mess around. He's a rep in the show. Look at that. All right.
That's why we named the podcast for
Yeah.
post meridian in the morning.
Post meridian and the
And in the anti-meridian. Only real fans know that. I mean, if you're a real
Yeah.
fan still listening around, just DM us post meridian and the anti-meridian.
Yeah.
We'll know you're a real one.
That's what it's all about.
But you got to know that if that's the name of your show. All right,
All
Blake.
right.
Let's see what you got left in the tank here. I think these sixth grade questions are pretty dang hard. So you have U.S. history or life science, and I think you're going to get out. I'm just going to say that.
You think I'm going to get out? I still got
I
both
think so.
power ups.
I think it might be
So-
a double power up.
All right. So I got life science or history. I don't know how confident I feel with my sixth grade history, so I will try life science.
Okay. In the human body, the adrenal
Okay.
glands are located directly above what organ?
All right, and we're going to go ahead and enter the transfer portal.
All right. You may have done yourself in. You may have been more content guessing body parts unless you're an absolute history nerd, but here it comes. Who was the only president to later become Chief Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court?
I'm going to go ahead and just whip out. People loved George Washington. I don't even know if the Supreme Court was around then. But I know that they loved the guy, so I'm going to say good old Washington.
And
Okay.
Would you like to guess again?
I literally don't know who else I would
Yeah,
guess.
that
So
was a hard one. I figured unless you had like a really small niche history knowledge, it was William Howard Taft, who I did not
uh,
know was a president until
he was
making
the
this.
fat guy,
So
wasn't he?
I couldn't tell
Has you
you, but I
has
do.
you
There
asked
was.
me who the fattest president was, I would have said Taft.
Well, didn't one of them get stuck in the bathtub? That must have been him.
I'm pretty sure it was Taft. Yeah, he was the Supreme Court justice from the bathtub because they could never get him out.
If I asked you which Supreme Court justice had to have a specially crafted chair to be able to hold up a
Yeah,
elephant, then you would have got it.
I would have whipped it out, dude.
No, but you did really good on this
Oh
week's
man,
edition of Not So Elementary Education, Blake. I'm proud of you making it all the way to 5th grade before you were stumped by 6th grade. I sputtered in 3rd grade and eventually was ruined by the 4th grade. The questions were a lot harder this time, but I think it was overall actually a lot more fun. I don't know what you
yeah.
think.
I'll tell you what, we both made ourselves look like idiots. I hope nobody listens to this.
To the long silence of Blake going 7, 6,
Dude, my brain,
4.
you could, like, it was boiling up there. You could have put an egg on my head and it would have just sizzled. Like,
The wheels were really turning.
they were cranking. They weren't turning anything else, but the wheels were going.
Unfortunately, they were peeling out. They were not going anywhere.
Oh,
But yeah,
man.
that was a fun segment. We'll have to bring it back. DM us, let us know what you guys thought. Hopefully, you guys were playing along at home. If anybody was able to answer all the questions, definitely shoot us a DM, send us an email, let us know because that would be really impressive. Also, you can just let us know what your score was as well if you didn't make it all the way through. And we'd love to continue this segment depending on the listener feedback. And we do have a couple of old segments that we're looking to bring back in future episodes. So stay tuned. We're going to keep it fresh, keep it funky. Blake, you got anything else for the listeners today?
No, that's it. I hope they still listen to us after after that incredible showing we just had. Listen, we graduated elementary school, but we will not be going back. So,
Yeah, we promise to be funny, not smart. So you don't come here for your facts. But thanks for tuning in this week, and we will catch you guys on the next one.
peace out.
Congrats on making it all the way to the end. We hope you enjoyed the show. You are now officially part of the PM and the AM fan base, the morning people, and we are super pumped to have you here. Now that you're a part of the crew, please share the episode with a friend, and make sure to check out the rest of our shows and social media content for more hilarious brackets, crazy questions, and an overall great time. Thanks for listening. It truly means a lot to us, and we'll catch you guys next week.